Hello again. My name is Donna Belt. Recall week 2 that I am a member of the Department of Aging and Disabilities Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council. I've been on the council for the last 9 years and the vice chair since 2016. The Aging Advisory Council is a group of county residents who volunteer to serve in an advisory capacity to the Anne Arundel County Department of Aging and Disabilities, the county executive, and other governmental bodies as established under the 1965 Older Americans Act. It is my pleasure to be a part of the Department of Aging and Disabilities 2021 Older American Month events. This is part of a video series for the Anne Arundel County Older Americans Month. You have viewed or are aware of the first and second week's video. Week 1 topic, successes and challenges. Week 2 topic, sharing our stories. This is the third week video, finding joy in the little things. This year's Older American Month national theme is Communities of Strength. Older Americans contribute to building strong communities by sharing with others. Older Americans help their communities to find joy in the little things in life. Unfortunately, everyone doesn't have or reflect joy, but I choose to have and show my joy. For me, joy does not have to be caused by something exceptionally good or satisfying. I find joy in the little things in life. Every morning when I wake up, I say, "Thank you, God, for another day that I can see." At one time in 2007, I thought I would lose my sight, but God saved my sight. How can I not have joy? Pre-COVID, so many of my family and friends my age and even younger had passed on to glory. I am still here and rather healthy at my age as far as the doctors have told me. I have made peace with who I am, why I am, and how I am. COVID-19 pandemic has touched many families in devastating ways and in many cases left behind residue of lingering health effects. COVID-19 has not touched my immediate family. They are healthy and also live life with joy, obeying the CDC restrictions. Yes, they wear a mask and practice social distancing. Life, what a wonderful thing, what a joy. This stage in my life, I greatly value and appreciate the little things that cause joy for me. I know that I have a protector who watches over me every second of the day. Family is life's greatest blessing and joy. I have a great husband, 2 independent daughters doing well, and recently I now have my first grandchild. They are all important to me. I feel joy seeing my family and others around me well and having success. Even if your family situation is not perfect, family can be a source of great and lasting joy. Laugh with your children, love your spouse, and relish in the support of your parents and siblings, and your true friends that love you just the way you are. Hey, I even laugh at myself sometimes. That's another video. Just kidding. My memories bring me joy. Mom, a domestic engineer, maintaining the home. In her spare time, she enjoyed certain TV shows. She got to watching wrestling. I remember some of the wrestlers' names, especially Andre the Giant, Randy Savage, The Rock, and Hulk Hogan. She enjoyed the competition and the athletics of the wrestlers, jumps, tumbles, backflips, and more. It gave me joy seeing Mom excited, smiling, jumping, smacking, and clapping her hands during the wrestling TV shows. When I left to go home, I was uplifted in joy. Actually, I enjoy wrestling myself now, but some of the wrestlers' names you hear now are Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Edge, Daniel Bryan, and Roman Reigns. I often think of the small activities we would do together. Times with Mom in the kitchen. With 8 children, my mom cooked big. Mom's special recipes I still use. When others are using store-bought stuffing for Thanksgiving, I make stuffing using Mom's recipes for turkey and dressing, collard greens, hot stew, baked pork shoulder and ham, sauerkraut, which she cooked until it was so tender it would melt in your mouth, and more special family recipes. I have shared some of the recipes with others, but I have my secret special mom recipes. I remember those little 6-inch round delicious sweet potato pies my grandmother would make from her homegrown vegetables. She would give us a single, very narrow slice. Her pies lasted quite a while. We would bite that slice of pie, and it was gone in 2 bites. It made her grandchildren smile. Often Dad, Mom, and all 8 children piled into the car and on our way somewhere. Mom and Dad sacrificed to buy and allow each of the children to play an instrument. My instrument was the flute. My youngest brother had special talents. He could play many instruments. We enjoyed playing instruments together. Back then, my special talent was that I was excellent in art, especially drawing. Today, I still find joy in art through my hobbies, crafts that allow me to use my mental abilities to be creative. I also say if I can mentally see it, I can do it or make it. Joy is having the freedom to go where I want and return home safely. Small actions and performing small gestures, doing something kind for others and thoughtful for others, bring me joy. Such as last month when I went shopping and bought groceries for my family, I bought groceries for my neighbor. It builds relationships. I try to do something good each month for someone else. I love making crafts. I feel joy when I give some of my crafts away and the individual appreciates my kindness with a smile or just saying thank you. It brings me joy when someone wants something made or created and others refer them to me saying, Donna can do anything. The little things we overlook build up to big ones. The little things we do are actually the memories our families and friends have of us. I try to wake up each morning with a smile on my face, glad to see the next day, ready and excited to see what this new day will bring. I consider myself blessed to be able to have eyes to see, nose to smell, hands to touch and feel, and legs to walk. Many people around the world do not have these capabilities. Watch the Discovery Channel on TV. If you do not have joy, you will have joy realizing you are blessed. I am not perfect by far, but I try to keep joyous feelings of happiness, contentment, and harmony. Keeping in an untroubled, joyous state inspires my creativity. I also bring joy to others through giving a sincere compliment, letting someone into my lane while I'm driving, express my gratitude for things often taken for granted, share some of my tasty homemade recipes, give away a piece of my craft, encourage, volunteer, and catch up with old friends. My joy is internally triggered. It is not based on other people, things, places, thoughts, and events. I try not to let people steal my joy. I have so much to be thankful for. In this fast-paced life and the continuing COVID-19 pandemic, we encounter a lot of challenges, rejections, stresses, and hardships that we must tackle head-on and with patience. The joy is I have been equipped and have confronted each without flipping out and gone off the deep end in my life. Now that's joy. Reminder magnets I have on my kitchen table. Live well, love much, laugh often. Appreciating the little things in life means that you focus on your attention on what nourishes and sustains you in life. It also means practicing gratitude by noticing those everyday things that you take for granted so easily. Someone said, enjoy the little things in life because one day you'll look back and realize they were the big things. I hope for the future, those who have lost their joy due to COVID-19 pandemic impacts, that they can return to some form of normalcy and to reclaim their joy. Find joy in the little things. Life's too short to go searching for big reason to get joyous about. God bless, Donna Belt.
I love to read, and I find so much joy in going into the library database and finding that a book that I want to read is either available on Kindle or I can order it and go pick it up from the library. I know it's a small thing, but it saves me a lot of money in buying books. If I bought every book that I want, I probably would have no money. So I find joy in the library.
I joined the South County Senior Center to take advantage of the classes that they offered. I decided to join the belly dance class taught by Joanne DeWild because it was something neat, different, and it also offered exercises. Little did I know that this would take me out of my comfort zone as I found myself on stage performing with the South County Showstoppers. However, this has been a really gratifying experience because we've performed at nursing homes, senior centers, and for other organizations. It is so nice to be able to bring a smile, laughter, and a little sunshine to someone's day. Our motto, the South County Showstoppers, is we aspire to inspire before we expire. So if you want to do a little dance, sing a little song, come join us at the South County Showstoppers.
So hello everyone, I'm Mary Chappitt and I'm happy to be here with you today to share what simple joy brings me pleasure. And that would be reading. I can't remember a time when I didn't have a book in my hand, where I didn't escape from reading about someone else's life or even just a fictional character. I love books that are biographies. I love things that are historical. I love books that I just can't put down, but then I'm sad at the end of them because I've gotten so attached to the characters that I just want to keep being a part of their life. I'm happy to say that all 3 of my daughters love to read, and even happier to say that all 7 of my grandsons love to read. It's really a pleasure for me to read at night to 3 of my grandsons. They each have special books that they've picked out, and each night we read together. And it's even more pleasurable for me to see the 9-year-old grandson reading to his 3-year-old brother. So that's the simple joy that brings me pleasure in life, and I hope all of you have something that brings you pleasure in life also.
Hello, Anne Arundel County seniors. My name is Joe DeVolio. I am a senior singer and I do solo shows at nursing homes, assisted living facilities all over the county. I'm also a member of the South County Showstoppers, and we're a group of about 40 performers that includes dancers, singers, and variety acts. Being a showstopper means so much. We're spreading joy and putting smiles on the faces of seniors and staff all over the county. Our motto at the Showstoppers is that we aspire to inspire before we expire. Many times our audiences of seniors just listen to that music and they're lifted and they're inspired, and they tell us that our shows are the best parts of the day or the week, and they love to see us, and we love going out there and cheering them up. So look forward to seeing you all out there soon. The Showstoppers are back, and you'll be seeing us live in the very near future. Thank you. All right, it's a great time for seniors. We're all coming out. Showstoppers will be with you, not only dancing in the sunlight, dancing in the moonlight. So here we go. We get it almost every night. When that moon gets big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep things light. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Come on, you're dancing. I see folks dancing out there. We like our fun and we never fight. You can't dance and stay uptight. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Yeah. Everybody moving up out of those chairs? Come on. Yeah, there you go. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep things light. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Come on, there we go. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in. Come on, everybody. There you go. Come on, everybody. Moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and right. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's. All right, way to go, guys.
This is Olga Strong, and for Older Americans Month, I would like to recognize my late grandmother who connected with the community through her art. In her 90-plus years, she lived through many experiences that made her who she was and gave her depth in the art world. She graduated from the Maryland Institute College of Art in Baltimore in 1945, favoring mixed media and collages. My grandmother enjoyed creating beauty from beauty by using colors and textures found in nature and all around us. She would use pressed flowers, cutouts from magazines, colored tissue paper, watercolor paints, and many other things to add interest to her pieces. She hoped her artwork would tell a story that would evoke emotion and create an experience for the viewer. My grandmother loved meeting and engaging with like-minded people and bond over their love and passion for the arts. She also enjoyed supporting the local arts community and budding artists. Over the years, she gave presentations at high schools and was a member of several art society groups. She cared for her community deeply and was always willing to lend a listening ear or help out if she could. In her later years, she stopped producing new art pieces. However, her artwork has continued to be appreciated in galleries across Maryland and by many private collectors in the U.S. and Europe. Her story and connection to the community will live on through those who knew her and the admirers of her art. Thank you to those who continue to share your loves and passions with the community. This past year has been a challenging one, but you have continued to show your generosity and kindness for one another by stepping up in many ways. Whether it be lending a listening ear to your loved one or neighbor, or volunteering your time to assist others in need. You deserve our gratitude and recognition, not just this month, but every day. Happy Older Americans Month.
Good morning, my lords and ladies. Welcome, most honored guests. We are Elizabeth Tudor, Queen by the grace of God of England, Ireland, and Wales, and Supreme Governor of the Church in England. And delighted to be with you this day. Know you, besides being called Queen Elizabeth, the poets call us Gloriana and the Fairy Queen. We're also known as the Virgin Queen. Mayhaps some of you have been to our colony in the New World, Virginia. But we are most famously called Good Queen Bess, because we put your welfare before even that of our own, a thing most rare in any leader. And though God hath raised me high, if this I count the glory of my crown, that I have reigned with your loves. Well, hello there, folks. I'm really not the Queen of England. Surprise! My real name is Marianne Jung of History Alive. I'm an award-winning actress and Smithsonian scholar, and I'm very lucky to do what I love, which are shows that I research and write and perform as amazing women in history. Perhaps some of you have seen me at the Renaissance Festival in the last 40 years. You may well have seen me at libraries, the Kennedy Space Center as Sally Ride, Amelia Earhart, Julia Child. I have 12 different shows. They're all fantastic stories. And the reason I love doing them so much is because I love people. I love educating through performing. I love surprising. I like inspiring, and I get to do all of those things when I'm playing these amazing women in history. What I also love about my job, when I get to share my talent as an actress, Well, it's you, the audience, as Queen Elizabeth said. It's ye, our loving people. Because I'm not just teaching, I myself am being entertained, and I'm always learning from my audiences. Lots of you have seen me at our wonderful senior centers right here in Anne Arundel County. And normally, when it's not the pandemic, I would get you up and put you in my show with me, give you some costuming, some lines to say, and that's when I get to see your talents. You are so witty, appreciative of history. Sometimes I instruct you to sing, like in the Rosie the Riveter song, and sometimes some of you just burst into song because, by golly, you have great voices and you know it. So I'm not only teaching, I'm always learning from you, my audience. You share your talents with me, well, I'm doing the same for you. So I think that is the goal of today, is to just remind us, whatever your talents are, whether you knit or crochet, whether you tell a good joke, whether you're just a good listener, which is so important, especially right now. I love listening to all your stories. You know, I've met 8 people right here in the county who knew Amelia Earhart. They share their anecdotes with me, and that makes my shows richer and better in the future. So, whether I'm Julia Child, we're roasting Miss Chicken, or Queen Elizabeth I of England, I want to encourage all of you to always share your talents, because they're gifts, and they're not just for yourselves and your families, they're for all of us in the communities. So, with all my heart, I thank you for sharing your talents with me, for letting me do what I love and share mine with you. I wish you all great good fortune. Many thanks.
Hello. Thank you for joining me. I am Dr. K BoggesterBrown, the Chief of Staff for County Executive Stuart Pittman. I am delivering a special message to you in honor of Older Americans Month. This month recognizes older individuals for their commitment and efforts in holding the fabric of our community together. This year's theme is Communities of Strength, and I will say we have a great deal of strength. It has been a long year. COVID and the economic impacts have been extremely difficult to deal with, and many of you were cut off from family and friends, with the exception of phone calls and video chats, or maybe a socially distanced visit if you were able to do that. And as my mom said to me, the struggle was real. Looking back over the past year and a half, I really missed my family and had a great deal of alone time. I reconnected with nature because being outside was something that was safe. I love the trees, and I definitely think they help to keep me grounded and focused. I do find joy in sitting outside just looking at the trees and listening to their music. When I take in the view, I see their strength. They are grounded because their roots go deep, but they are also flexible and bend with the wind, enduring storms and frigid weather. And when the weather is fair, they grow and reach toward each other and the sun. Well, I think our communities are like trees. We stand together, grounded, adaptable, and resilient. And like the trees, we are getting through COVID, and despite our many losses, we are on the brighter side of this challenge. We were able to get through this by pulling together and leveraging our community's strength and resiliency. It was just amazing to see how our residents came out to support their neighbors and people who they may not have known that were hit the hardest. We had a strong community, business, and government collaboration, which allowed us to reach out to people who needed help. Your quiet strength was demonstrated by patience as we stayed safe and distant, waiting for a vaccine, and then enough supply to allow us to offer vaccinations to everyone. Your strength allowed you to forge ahead and get vaccinated first, setting the example for our younger people. Hopefully, your strength is now helping you to venture out and begin to re-engage your family, friends, and the larger community. Thank you for getting vaccinated. Thank you for your leadership, your grace, and your composure throughout the past year. Happy Older Americans Month. It is our time to reach toward each other, to reconnect, and to grow. Be well, be safe, and hope to see you at a senior center soon.